Yo, what's up, guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, going to be talking through a couple NFL player props I like for the Saturday slate. We have two games on Saturday, and I did want to give you guys a two-pick entry that I will be playing for these two Saturday games. I have a play from each game, so I'm going to be watching these games Saturday. Going to be chilling at the house watching some football, so I figured might as well try and find something that I can play on Prizepicks and share with you guys. So we're going to talk through the two picks that I do like for today. Just always, before we get started, guys, hit that like button down below if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you have not checked them out, sign up for Prizepicks. Use my promo code NOAH. You will get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code. For those of you that have never heard about Prizepicks, they're a DFS site more focused on player props. So you're taking over, under, more or less on a player's projection. They are a little bit different than your average sports book. Prizepicks is a fixed payout. It's not, you don't really have odds or anything like that. Everything is the same payout. No matter what prop you take, over, under, more or less, it's the same payout. So you just find two picks you like, or you can make up to a 6-pick entry, and you can win up to 25x your money on Prizepicks. So give them a try, guys. Sign up with that promo code NOAH, and again, you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. But for the two picks I do like for this, for this Saturday game, or for these two Saturday games, I got a fantasy score prop I like, and then I have a reception prop that I like. So for the fantasy score prop, I want to talk about Patrick Mahomes. His fantasy score is sitting at 23.5, and I do like the over here going up against the Raiders. Now, one thing that we do want to mention with it being, the final week of the regular season, something that's very important for, the final week of the regular season is what teams have something to play for. And you'll notice, like, with a lot of props, like right now, Prizepicks doesn't have a ton of props up for, like, a lot of the teams because we don't really know, like, some of these teams, like, what their motivation is. We do know, though, however, that the Chiefs are going to be playing to win this game. So right now, the Chiefs are currently the 1 seed, and they need to win this game to get the 1 seed in the AFC. So in order to get a first-round bye in the playoffs, they have to win this game. I think if they lose this game, they can drop to, like, the 3 seed. So the Chiefs are going to be going all out to win this game. I don't think we have to worry about them resting their starters or anything like that. They need to win this game. So we can expect a full game from Patrick Mahomes. And 23.5 fantasy score. This is a line that Patrick Mahomes has gone over in 10 out of 16 games this season. He's averaging almost 26 fantasy points per game this season. If you're unaware with how fantasy score works, if you ever played fantasy football before, it's pretty much the same format that all the other fantasy football sites use. But you can take a look at their scoring chart and you can see how points are acquired. It's, again, if you've ever played fantasy football before, it's basically the same as the fantasy football scoring. But I was looking at a lot of Mahomes props for today. I was looking at his passing yards. I was looking at he has a touchdown prop up at 2.5. And, like, I think if Mahomes gets 3 touchdowns, he's probably going over this fantasy score line. And I could definitely see him having a game where he maybe only gets 2 touchdowns but still goes over fantasy score. I do want to mention that Patrick Mahomes does have an incentive that he's playing for, kind of like a record he's trying to break. So he needs 430 passing yards to break the single season record. I guess for, like, most passing yards in a single season, he needs 430 passing yards, or it might be like a Chiefs record or something. Is Mahomes, like, is that in the back of Mahomes' mind? I think it definitely is. Now, obviously, the Chiefs' goal in this game is to win. They want to win this game, but Mahomes definitely has a chance to get this record. If there's any quarterback that can go out there and throw for 430 yards, it's Patrick Mahomes. And if you look at his pass yard prop is set at 319.5. I mean, that's probably, like, the highest that we've seen all season on Mahomes. I don't think we've seen a pass yard prop that high. We already know this Chiefs team, they're a pass-heavy offense. They're going to throw the ball a ton. It's a really good matchup. The Raiders this season have been pretty weak against the pass. They are giving up a good amount of fantasy points to the quarterback position. You look in the Raiders, this season, the Raiders are giving up the 6th most fantasy points per game to quarterbacks. So really like this spot for Patrick Mahomes. I think it's a spot where the Chiefs should be able to put up some points here. I think this game could definitely turn into a little bit of a shootout if Jarrett Stidham and the Raiders can put up points. Right now the Raiders are like 9-point underdogs here, but Jarrett Stidham looked really good last week. The Raiders played well as a team. If they can play well here and this game can turn into a shootout, I definitely think Mahomes has a really good chance of going over this fantasy score. Obviously, he could get there, with yards. He could get there with touchdowns. When you take fantasy score, you have a lot more outs than when you take, like, yards or touchdowns. Obviously, Mahomes could throw for like 250 yards and still have like 25 fantasy points because he could run for 60 yards. He could get a rushing touchdown. He could get 3 passing touchdowns. Like, there's just so many ways for him to go over this fantasy score line, which I think is why that I like this the most of all of his props. But I don't mind taking the over on his pass or his touchdown prop, 2.5. So this does include rushing touchdowns as well. So, there's definitely a chance that Mahomes throws 2 touchdowns and runs for 1. You could take this if you wanted to. He has gone over this in 4 straight games. But I like fantasy score a little bit more. I'm going to be playing that personally. I think it's a good spot for Mahomes with the Chiefs needing to win this game. They're going to rely on their best player. And obviously, with Mahomes having a record that he potentially could go for, with him having a chance to break a single season record, needing 430 passing yards, we could really see the Chiefs, air it out here. So that's what I like as the first pick for these Saturday games, and then the second pick I like is going to be from the other game. So the other game is the Titans and Jaguars, and this one is also a very important game. Now the Raiders, they don't really have anything to play for here, so be a little cautious when you're looking at Raiders props, but the Chiefs obviously need to win. And then for this Jaguars and Titans game, it's win to get in the playoffs. Winner is eliminated, or winner gets into the playoffs, wins the conference. Loser is eliminated. So this is a really, really big game between the Titans and the Jaguars. And I'm looking at Christian Kirk's reception prop, currently set at 4.5, and I do like the over here as well. This is a prop that has some pretty good odds right now, because if you take a look on DraftKings Sportsbook, the over on 4.5 receptions for Christian Kirk, it's currently sitting at minus 155. So anytime a prop is like minus 155 or better, there's a chance it definitely gets bumped up, because like right now on DraftKings Sportsbook, Juju Smith-Schuster, his reception prop is set at 4.5, and it's got minus 150 on the over. And obviously, Prizepicks, they bumped that up to 5 already. For some reason, Christian Kirk's over receptions is minus 155. Evan Ingram's over receptions is minus 155, and both these lines are still sitting at 4.5. Zay Jones over receptions is minus 145. His line's still at 4.5. So all these look like pretty good bets over receptions for Kirk, Ingram, and Zay Jones. But Kirk is the one that I like specifically the most, just because he has kind of been the number one target in this Jaguars offense. Now, as of late, his numbers have not been that great. He's obviously gone under this line in 2 straight games. His targets as of late have been a little bit down. Last game, he only had 3 targets. The game before that, he did have 6 targets. But last time they did face the Titans on December 11th, he did have 7 targets in that game. He did have 5 receptions. And this Titans team, they have been very, very stout against the run. They're a really tough team to run on, but they've been a bad pass defense. They've been a major pass funnel. The way you beat this Titans defense is by throwing the ball a lot. So I think this is a spot where we could see the Jaguars struggle a little bit to run the ball, and I think we could really see them rely on their passing game. And maybe that's one of the reasons you're seeing the odds so juiced for some of these Jaguars receivers. I know Trevor Lawrence, his touchdown prop on DraftKings Sportsbook is heavily juiced on the over as well. But I think Kirk's got a good chance to get 5 receptions here. I think the Jaguars are going to have to throw the ball against this Titans defense that really struggles against the pass, really good against the run. And I think Kirk, more times than not, is going to be the guy that leads this team in targets. So far this season, he's got 125 targets, so I think he's averaging close to 8 targets per game. He's averaging, 7.8 targets per game. So normally he's getting 7, 8, 9 targets. I think more times than not, when he's getting that many targets, he's going to come away with 5 receptions. The odds on this play are really good. Christian Kirk also has some incentives to play for as well. Obviously, this is a huge game for the Jaguars. They need to win this game to get into the playoffs. But if you look at Christian Kirk and what he's got on the line for him right now, looking at his incentives, so he needs 2 receptions to earn $500,000. Obviously, we can bank on him probably getting 2 receptions. He does have a chance to get more money if he were to get more receptions. So he currently has 78 receptions this season. So when he gets 80 receptions, he gets $500,000. When he gets 90 receptions, you get more. I don't think there's no chance he's going to get he's not going to get 12 catches in this game. But he wants to get at least 2 catches because that would earn him $500,000. And then he needs 91 receiving yards to earn an additional $500,000. So if Kirk's trying to get those 91 receiving yards, there's a good chance if he does end this game with 91 receiving yards or more, he's probably going to have 5 receptions. Now, I like his reception prop a little bit more than his yard prop. If you look on the yard prop for Evan Ingram, so both Kirk and Ingram have the same reception prop, so does Zay Jones, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. You look at the receiving yards, Kirk is currently sitting at 59.5, Zay Jones is at 52.5, Evan Ingram's at 45.5. So I would rather bank on Kirk getting 5 catches than 60 yards, and I think if he does get 60 yards, he's probably got 5 catches. So that's why I like the receptions a little bit more. But did want to mention that if Kirk does get 91 receiving yards on Saturday night, he will earn additional $500,000. And obviously, these players, they know about these incentives. They care about these incentives. They want money. Obviously, they're probably going to be trying to win the game. That's their main goal. But you would think Kirk wants to get the ball here. He wants to earn that money, and obviously I think the matchup's really good, and I think he's got a good chance to get 5 receptions on Saturday. So these are 2 picks that I do like for this NFL slate, guys, for the 2 Saturday games specifically. We'll see if I'll be able to make a video or not for this full Sunday slate. If I do decide to make a video for the Sunday slate, that'll probably be posted sometime on Saturday, maybe during the afternoon or maybe Saturday night. But if I don't post the NFL video for the Sunday slate, I'll still have some plays posted over on Patreon. As always, if you guys do want more Prizepicks plays from me, you can check out the Patreon. It's linked down below in the description as always. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Appreciate you watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you have not checked out Prizepicks yet, get signed up over to Prizepicks. Use promo code NOAH when you do sign up, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. But hope you guys all enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy these NFL games. Hopefully, we can make a little bit of money today, and you'll see you guys in the next video. Best of luck today. Peace.